It seems Allegra's a no-show, which is simply a bore. But I'll partner you in bridge.
Would that it were so simple. Cut.
Well, for me, a new Coen brothers movie is an event, and I have to say I am their #1 fan. Of course, they've made classics. They effortlessly can go from drama to comedy and back again. Well, they are back in the pure comic mold this time with Hail Caesar, which is a wacky kind of send-up look, affectionate look, I think, at Hollywood of the early 50s. It's set in a mythical studio, Capitol Pictures, which really is meant to remind us of the MGM of the golden era, I think.
Hail Caesar is a prestige picture with one of the biggest stars in the world, Baird Whitlock.
A truth we could see if we had, but if we had... Faith! Cut!
It centers around Eddie Mannix. Now, Eddie Mannix was an actual real person. He was a studio vice president, and he was basically called a fixer. He was in charge of covering up all the various scandals that came up with stars and filmmakers and keeping everything in line and out of the press. He was worth his weight in gold to studios in those days. Well, this is a fictionalized account of Eddie Mannix, certainly, and everyone else has other names, although you can recognize who they are basically supposed to be. Josh Brolin is terrific, anchoring this film as Mannix as he goes through his life at the studio, dealing with one problem after another. There's Scarlett Johansson as an Esther Williams swimming pool superstar who has had a child out of wedlock, and he has to figure out a way to keep that out of the press. The big crisis in this movie for Mannix is around their new movie, Hail Caesar. It's a Ben-Hur type biblical, epic, big budget movie. Suddenly their star, the most popular star on the lot, Baird Whitlock, played by George Clooney, is kidnapped. Not just kidnapped, but kidnapped by a group of communist sympathizing Hollywood screenwriters. Of course, Mannix has to deal with this and everything else going on.
We are heading out to sea, and however it'll be.
Right in the middle of all this, too, comes a great musical number featuring Channing Tatum. Here he is channeling Gene Kelly at his best in a classic musical number. I really enjoyed this movie through and through. The Coen brothers are very sly. They know what they're doing. There's lots of fun to be had in this film, and the cast is just pure gold. I really want to point out an actor by the name of Alden Ehrenreich, who plays that cowboy star effortlessly. You can't go wrong with Hail Caesar. It's a lot of fun, and it's got that twisted Coen brothers style and pointing their eye right on Hollywood of the times. I say, go.